Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today's video is going to be a first impression on the Lancome Cushion Foundation. So if you would like to see my review and demo, please keep watching. So I got mine in the shade 140 Ivory In. This is what it looks like. It's pretty sleek. I think it'd be perfect for traveling and you wouldn't have to worry about it spilling, so I really like that. I don't think I've ever tried any Lancome foundations before, so this is a first for me. And I went ahead and got on Macy's.com and I'm gonna read off some claims about it. But it looks like it retails for $47 and you get 0.5 ounces. So for $50 you only get half of an ounce when a normal foundation is a full ounce. So this better be good. That's all I have to say. There looks like there's 11 colors. The shade range looks okay for there only being 11. So this is what, I'm on Macy's.com by the way. So this says a liquid makeup that feels like a BB cream, acts like a foundation, and goes where you go all in one compact. A hydrating liquid foundation with sheer to moderate coverage with a fresh dewy finish. I'm hoping I at least get medium coverage because I do have some spots, but if not, I'm just looking for like an overall like dewy look for the summertime. Skincare actives give the multitasking formula a boost of intense hydration and it delivers a cooling sensation, all while brightening the appearance of skin. Then this says it's available in a wide range of shades for all skin tones, and I just showed you guys there's only 11 to pick from, but it did look pretty good. So it says how to use. Close the inner lid tightly after each use to preserve freshness. Flip the cushion to extend usage. I don't know what that means. Then it says it's also refillable, so that's cool, but I wonder how much the refills are. Then the application tips. It says, for sheer coverage, apply gentle pressure to the cushion using the puff to release the perfect amount of foundation. Gently pat the puff onto skin. For moderate coverage, apply a firm pressure to cushion using the puff. Gently pat the puff onto skin. This says the Miracle Cushion also works well with your regular foundation brush or sponge. And then also on Macy's, it says it is rated a 4.3 out of 5 out of 262 reviews. 87% of people recommend this product. So I really like the packaging. It's super like sleek looking, and then you just push this button right here and it pops up, so you get a pretty decent sized mirror. And then this is the little poof that comes in it, and I really didn't have any plans of using it, but I think I might just use it for the video and then just toss it, because I don't know, I feel like I'm gonna collect bacteria if I just keep using it and then putting it back in here, and like this just doesn't seem like it's something that you can wash or clean. So this is what it looks like, and then you just pull this up like that, and as you can see I haven't even opened it yet. And then you take off this little tag, and then there's some extra product. And then this is what it looks like. It actually looks like it's a little pink, even though I got the neutral undertone. So I went ahead and prepped my skin with my Caudalie Grape Water Spray and then my Smashbox Primer Water. And since it is a dewy luminous foundation, I think I'm going to go in with a more matte primer. So I'm going to be going in with Benefits Professional. I think this came in one of my Ipsy or Sephora Play boxes, and I tried this the other day for the first time, and oh my gosh, I was obsessed with it. And the only other primer I've tried like this is the Dr. Brandt Pores No More, but I think I prefer this guy over that. So I'm just going to put this mainly in my little bangs, mainly in my T-zone. This primer is so good, and I mean I've only used it once, but I felt like it even worked for me, and I'm like super dry. So I'm just placing it in my T-zone and then a little bit here on my cheeks where I tend to get oily throughout the day. Alright, now we're doing it. Ooh. Okay, so I guess I'm just going to look in this mirror and we'll be able to tell how good it is. So I'm just going to use the little poof that came in it. I'm so nervous, I've never used one of these before. Oh, it's really sticky. I don't know, this poof, I don't know if I'm going to be able to make it doing this side of my face with this poof because it's like falling off. I think it's giving me a really healthy, like natural look. But this, okay, I don't think I'm gonna be able to do this. Like, try 3 fingers and see if that's easier. But I feel like I'm look at all that product that just got soaked up into that sponge. See, and this foundation is too expensive to be wasting it. It's weird, but it feels sticky, like when you put it on. But I feel like it's just the sponge that's sticky. But I only put it in there twice, and I feel like I got like light to medium coverage. And I barely pushed it, so I'm gonna do half my face with this. Yeah. So that's one side, which is one application. And I only pushed in there, what, 3 times, and I didn't push very hard. I feel like more product got soaked up in this than it did on my face, but I really like it. It looks super natural, and it has like a little bit of a sheen. I really like it, and the shade match is like perfect, I think. So I'm going to do the other side with a brush. So I'm going to go in the other side with my Morphe G36. And alright, so far I already like applying it with this more because that sponge was super weird. I don't know, I think it looks better. Okay, so it's easier to put on with a brush, but I think it looks better with the sponge. Let's try my forehead. Yeah, I don't like it with a brush actually, so I'm just gonna try to make this sponge thing work. So we have one full layer on each, and I'm gonna see if I can build it up. I got this sound of the sponge hitting my face is like driving me insane. So I did 2 applications of it, so 2 layers, and I can definitely see that it's clinging to these little dry patches that I have right here. So if you can see, it like is super splotchy, like right there and on my nose and right here, and it's like clinging to every single dry patch that I have. I don't think I've used a foundation in a while that has clinged to so many dry patches, like dry patches that I didn't even know were there. So that's not a good first impression. It's like when I first put it on, I was like, oh my god, this is so good. It reminds me of the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, but like that doesn't cling, and that's like $5, and this is almost $50. And I don't know, like I feel like you'd have to have like perfect skin for this. So let's go ahead and apply some concealer. I'm just going to apply like what I normally would. So I'm going to go in with my Maybelline Dark Circle Eraser. I swear I'm going to run out of this stuff, and it's still going strong. And then since the foundation is like pretty like natural coverage, I guess you would say, I think I'm gonna use a more full coverage concealer to make up for the places that it didn't give me enough coverage. So I'm gonna be going in with my Tarte Maracuja Creaseless Concealer. This is in the shade Fairly Light Neutral is what it is. And it says it's waterproof full coverage, so we'll see. If you want a good dupe for this, because this is such a tiny bottle, the Hard Candy Glamouflage, so good. It's like the exact same thing. So I'm just gonna apply this, but this is also like super sticky. So I really like how the concealer went on top of that foundation, and I feel like it's giving me like a dewy look. So now I'm just going to go over everything with that little sponge. So I feel like as the foundation is setting, it's getting like dewier, so I'm really liking that. And I wasn't really feeling it until I put the concealer on to where I could actually cover what I needed to cover because the foundation didn't do it. But now that I have my foundation and concealer on, I think it looks really good. But by itself, I was not liking it because I feel like it didn't cover up this redness, and it was splotchy, and it didn't cover up any of my like dark spots. But now I actually really like how it's looking. And I don't know, I mean, it's not even like tacky, so I'm not sure. I might lightly set it, so let's go ahead and do that. I'm just gonna lightly set it so that way my bronzer and blush like glide on. So I'm gonna be going in with the Coty Airspun. This is my favorite setting powder, oh my gosh. Yeah, I'm just gonna lightly do it, and I wanna keep it like dewy, so I'm not gonna go too crazy. I'm just gonna place it in the areas that I know I'm gonna bronze. And I want my makeup today to be super like dewy looking and like glowy. So I'm going to be setting my under eye with my MAC Emphasize powder. So good. I can't believe I took forever to try it out. And I'm going to go ahead and set my chin. Only because the MAC Emphasize powder, I feel it has a little bit of like a reflect in it. So I feel like it makes things look a little bit more dewy. Because I feel like it's like a light colored highlighter. I don't know. It's like a pearl thing. It's weird. It's not just stark white. There's a little bit of like glow to it, which I really like. So I'm going to go ahead and finish off the rest of my face, and then I'll be back to check in with you guys. But I'm going to go ahead and call the time at 12:15 if you can see that. So I'm back doing the rest of my makeup, and now I'm going to need to change my shirt because this like vampy smoky eye dark lip I did does not match this neon shirt, but hey, whatever. So I feel like everything blended really well on top of it. The only complaint that I have still is that it did emphasize all my dry patches, even ones I didn't even know were there. So I don't like that at all. And it didn't cover any of my dark spots or that kind of thing, which was fine because I just went in with that thicker concealer, like that full coverage concealer. So that was fine. I do like that it still looks like my own skin underneath, and it looks really dewy. So for the rest of my face, I put on my Too Faced Sweet Tea bronzer because, like I was telling you guys, I wanted a super like dewy glowy look today. So this is kind of like a shimmery bronzer, so that's why I picked that. And then on top of it, I used a Artist Couture Diamond Glow powder in the shade Conceited. I think it is a little bit too dark, but I tried to make it work. To contour my face, I took the Kevyn Aucoin Volume 2 palette. This is one of my favorite face palettes ever. What else did I use? For my eyeshadow, I took the Real Her Volume 3 shadow palette. For blush, I took the Becca Jaclyn Hill Holiday palette, and I took this shade right here. It's kind of like a peachy color with a little bit of gold in it, and I believe it's called Rose Spritz. What else? For mascara, I have the Douche, I'm not sure how to pronounce it. It came in one of my subscription boxes, and it's the Max Lash Volumizer Mascara. I really like it. I feel like it makes my lashes look really long. What did I use? For my lips, I have Wet n Wild lip liner in the shade Gone Burgundy with this Ofra liquid lipstick in Tuscany. These two are like a match made in heaven. So good. What else? I think that's it. Oh, for brows, I used the e.l.f. brow pomade, and I think it was in soft brown or light brown. I love that pomade. I think I like it more than the Anastasia Dip Brow. So I did take my time. I got on the phone, and I think last time I saw you guys it was 12:15, and now it is 1:40. So the foundation has been on for what? about an hour and 30 minutes now. Yeah. So next time I see you guys, I'll be outside in natural light. And as always, I'm just going to walk around my backyard so you can like see what it looks like in all light. In all lighting? In different lighting? Yeah, whatever. Anyways. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye. So I tried to find the best like natural lighting in my house. So I'm just in front of the living room window right now. And I think this foundation's been on for about 2 hours, maybe a little bit more. Our power went out, so the clock that I would normally look at is out, so I don't know. And my phone's upstairs, so I'm too lazy to go get it. Anyways, I think it looks pretty good. Again, my only complaint is that it clings to my dry patches, so I would suggest moisturizing like a shit ton like the night before, like maybe even a couple days before you use this foundation, which is weird that it clings considering it's supposed to be like a dewy luminous foundation. You think it wouldn't cling, so that's kind of throwing me off, so I'm not sure. But again, I will try to check in with you guys outside. It is so hot outside, I had to come back inside, but I will try to go out there in a couple hours when it's not like blazing hot. So I will see you guys in a little bit. And this is what it looks like. It's really hard for me to see because it is so bright, and it's like, it has to be at least 110 outside. It is crazy. So let me get into the sun so you can see. Like my eyes watering, it's so hot. Oh my goodness. Hey guys, so this is my 4-hour check-in. It's 4 o'clock on the dot right now. I'm not sure if you can see that. And I just looked at myself like in the bathroom mirror, and everything looks really good. It's like all the dry patches that the foundation was clinging to at the beginning are, it's kind of like slowly like melting more into my skin, I think. So I think this is one of those foundations that's gonna look better as the day goes on, is what I'm figuring out, I think. But I still think that I should exfoliate my face before I wear this foundation, just because, like I said, it did cling to all my dry patches. But yeah, so far so good. I will see you guys again here a little bit later. Hey guys, so I just messed up my bangs so you guys could take a look at the foundation. I think it looks pretty good. I probably should blot a little bit right here and on the sides of my nose, but I'm not really going anywhere, so I don't know if I'm going to or not. But it is now 7:09, so that means this foundation has been on for 7 hours, and I think I'm gonna try to keep it on till 10 o'clock, so that way it's on for like a full 10 hours. So I'm gonna go ahead and powder a little bit while I'm on here with you guys now. So I'm just gonna be taking my Ulta brand pressed powder in translucent. This Morphe brush I used earlier that didn't have a name on it or a number, which I thought was weird. So I'm just gonna pat that in this area. I feel like once you start powdering, the oilier you get. It's like right after the first time you powder like your oily spots is like when you just have to start like powdering like every 30 minutes, it seems like. I figured I wasn't going to, but I wanted to see if it would cake like the rest of the night. So I think that looks pretty good. It made it super matte, but not like totally flat. My bangs are like, it's like whenever I separate them too long, they won't go back to normal, but oh well. All right, I'll see you guys again at 10 o'clock. That'll be the 10-hour check-in, and we'll go from there. So I've had the foundation on for a full 10 hours, and this is what it looks like. I mean, it still looks like skin, so I like that. And then here's my forehead. Looks pretty clear. When I first put this on, I didn't like it because I felt like it clung to my dry patches. So I think when I try it again, I'm going to exfoliate first and then put like a heavier moisturizer on, because I actually really like it. Like, it just kind of faded. I feel like it sunk more into my skin throughout the day. And I think it would be like the perfect summer foundation because it's not heavy. It's not sticky like at all. I barely had to set it, and it doesn't feel like I'm wearing anything on my face, as opposed to wearing like a super full coverage foundation that's matte. Like in the summer is just not very appealing, because you know, when you sweat and you get hot, you can just feel your like makeup like melting off your face. So I think this would be like a really good summer foundation, or like an everyday foundation if you don't want anything like super thick. I don't think it's worth the $47 because I think it reminds me a lot of the L'Oreal Lumi foundation, and that is under $10. I will do like a comparison video between the two, so I'll put the Lancome one on one side and then the L'Oreal on the other side in the future, so keep an eye out for that. But I do say I like it, and I'm going to continue to use it throughout the summer because, again, I think it's like a really good summer foundation. But I would not repurchase it for that price. Like, that is just ridiculous, especially for half an ounce. Like, I can't. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this foundation first impression review and demo, and I will see you guys in my next video. Bye.